Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session class 144, not section 144, of course. So the lead topic is environmental DNA, eDNA, that was recently in news. We'll cover this topic and other 9 topics based 9 MCQs. So, but before that, there is one small announcement that from tomorrow onwards, we are starting with the ecology and environment module at Lukmaan IAS. This is also part of foundation batch module, and the separate module admissions are also allowed. There will be 15 sessions for the environment prelims as well as mains exam syllabus will be covered here. And along with that, the special focus will be on the changing trend in the prelims examination that UPSC has adopted in environment section. So this is going to be an enriching module for those students who are not able to improve their score in environment and ecology. They have some, let's say, concerns related to improvement even in mains examination also. Okay, there will be 3 class tests along with this module, and we can say that this module is timing of this module will be in afternoon 2:30 to 5 o'clock. Okay, now before starting the session, every day we are discussing one quotation. Today's quotation is saying that freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Is it so? Yes, we can say that. Freedom. When we talk about the freedom in our preamble, we talk about freedom of, we can say, expression. Or if we talk about the fundamental right, we talk about freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly. Okay, there are many freedoms, freedom of movement, right? Freedom to form the association. So here we are talking about the speech and expression, largely speech. So freedom is right to tell the people what they do not want to hear. Now we know that people have certain kind of, let's say, attitude, certain kind of, we can say, knowledge set, also information, and they have set up their morality, what is considered as right and wrong based on the understanding of that information, knowledge, and we can say development of their own conscience. Now when the people are listening to the other information that they are not aware about, they generally tend to restrict that, or we can say that there is this habit or attitude that they have. They do not want to hear something that they feel that is negative, or they feel that that is not right. Okay. Now the freedom as a concept, or we can say as a civic right, has evolved over the period of time, especially from the totalitarian and absolute state, we can say, or the big state concept that we learn as Leviathan, or we can say during the ancient and medieval time, the dictatorships that we even today we have, especially in Arab countries. So the freedom was not given to the people in such kind of political setup. But if we see the modern day democracies, the freedom is something that is considered as the right to speak, something that is, we can say, that not appreciated, accepted by the other people. They do not want to hear that. Simple example, criticism of the government. The people have freedom to criticize the government. The opposition MPs, MLAs, or we can say that the politicians, they have freedom to criticize the government. Other example, simple, criticism of movies. Okay? So we know that there are critical review we read and then only we watch the movies. जैसे अभी मूवी आई थी, कौन सी आई थी मूवी, रणबीर कपूर की, क्या नाम है वो मूवी का, एनिमल. ठीक है. और दूसरे साइड पे एक सैम बहादुर मूवी आई थी. यस, गुड इवनिंग प्रकाश, गुड इवनिंग आनंद. सो मेनी पीपल मे हैव सीन बोथ मूवीज. ठीक है. बट अगर आप क्रिटिक्स का रिव्यू पढ़ के जाते तो आपने देखा होगा एनिमल मूवी के रिव्यू का स्टार होता 2, 1.5, 1 स्टार, और उन्होंने भर भर के बुराई की होगी उस मूवी की. ठीक है. बट यू नो दैट दिस इज हाउ द फ्रीडम वर्क्स. Majority of people may be in favor of that movie. They want to watch. They may have appreciated his acting and all what is shown in that movie. But I am telling you, the criticism, or not criticism, freedom to speak what other people do not want to hear. ठीक है. ये देखिए, freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. So all these social media platforms, media is important, let's say, platform to communicate or to speak or express this freedom of speech and expression. ठीक है. So one of that is movies. ठीक है. The other is all the media platform, be it print media or multimedia, or we can say that social media. We also know that in India, we let's say our freedom fighters, they have fought for this particular right, especially, okay, freedom of speech and expression as a part of civic rights, and that has been later on included in Article 19 of Indian Constitution. Okay, so we can talk about this, the quotation like this. Okay, but of course there are, let's say, restrictions when we are talking about this. You should also talk about the restrictions. One cannot always say anything. ठीक है, ये जो फ्रीडम है, तो ये राइट टू टेल पीपल, तो कैन दे टेल पीपल और स्पीक टू पीपल व्हाट दे वांट. ठीक है, सो दिस इज नॉट द एब्सोल्यूट राइट. ठीक है, देयर आर रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शंस इवन इन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शंस आर देयर. ठीक है, लाइक पब्लिक मोरालिटी इज देयर, और सिंपली वी कैन से दैट द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द नेशन, public order is there, for friendly let's say relations with the other countries, foreign countries is there. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से आप बता सकते हैं उसमें एग्जांपल देके. फाइन. Now today's topics, these are the topics we are going to discuss one by one. Let's talk about the first MCQ. You also give answer to these MCQs in the comment box. क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? Environmental DNA. I guess in past we have discussed this topic. Environmental DNA और eDNA. क्या होना चाहिए इसका आंसर? With reference to eDNA technology currently in use, consider the following statement. eDNA is extracted from non-invasively. Non-invasively means simply living body को body से नहीं लिया जाता है. ठीक है, simply by taking out the blood or cells from the human body or animal body. So non-invasively, simply it is, we can say that derived from the fossils, we can say, after death of these animals and all. These fossils or these let's say, like for example skin, dead skin. Many animals they let's say leave their dead skins also, like reptiles. So it is added into soil, air and water. So eDNA technology is related to taking out that particular DNAs from this, we can say that the lithosphere, hydrosphere, we can say, and that can be very useful information to know about the population of that species in that particular habitat, or the extinction of species and all these things. ठीक है, so first one is correct, we can second one is also correct, first one is also correct, so answer here is C. Yes, Anand, that is correct answer. Right, now moving on to next. What should be answer to this one? Government debt. In past also UPSC has asked question related to government debt. ठीक है, external debt, internal debt and all. तो इसका आंसर क्या होना चाहिए? An increase in taxes can reduce the government deficit. Okay, so we are talking about the budget deficit. If we talk increase in the taxes, of course it will be increase in the revenue part. So the difference between expenditure and revenue will reduce. So we can say this is correct. ठीक है, first one is correct. The government's debt rises by selling shares of government PSUs. No, rather this will be receipts, capital receipts, we can say. ठीक है, तो इससे क्या होगा? There will be revenue with the government. So it is not going to increase the debt, it is going to decrease the debt. The government can reduce its debt by making government activities more efficient. This is also true. Why? Because the expenditure will cut down, efficiency will increase. So overall we can say debt can reduce. This is correct. So two statements are correct here about this. So can we say that B is the correct answer? Yes. Applied question in the economy. इस तरीके से आपको आते हैं statements. Now moving on. Suez Canal, location based or mapping based question. Static part. Many times Suez Canal is in news, and this let's say now recently why it was in news. So Africa based let's say one ship that had let's say all India crew recently was in news. It was attacked by the drone. ठीक है, इसलिए न्यूज में था ये अभी. ठीक है, नाउ सुएज कैनल, रेड सी के यहाँ पर ये अभी हुआ था अटैक, एंड इसलिए ये न्यूज में था. ठीक है, सर हैव अ डाउट, कैन थर्ड स्टेटमेंट बी रॉन्ग इन द सेकंड क्वेश्चन? थर्ड स्टेटमेंट कैसे रॉन्ग हो सकता है इसमें? The government can reduce its debt by making okay, sorry, pardon me, ठीक है, so it's mistake by from my side. Government can reduce its debt, that is true, this is correct, ठीक है. तो आप क्या बोल रहे हो कि statement is wrong. How we are saying that it is wrong? Government can reduce its debt by making government activities more efficient. तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, एक्सपेंडिचर कट डाउन हो रहा है ना, तो मोर एक्सपेंडिचर और मोर फंड्स आर अवेलेबल हियर, and that means we can say that the revenue can be saved here, the difference between expenditure and revenue can be cut down. तो इससे क्या होगा, डेट कम हो जाएगा. तो दिस इज करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट एक्चुअली. ठीक है, इसका क्या आंसर है फिर बताओ. Artificial waterway running from north to south across the Isthmus of Panama in the northeastern Egypt. Isthmus of Panama तो अमेरिका में है ना, सेंट्रल अमेरिका. So this is incorrect. It is Isthmus of Suez. It is Isthmus of Suez between Egypt in the territory of Egypt, we can say. Egypt country में है. It connects Port Said on Mediterranean Sea. This is correct. With the Port Suez on the Red Sea. ठीक है, ये हटा दो यहाँ पर, Red Sea पे. So this is correct. First one is incorrect. So answer should be here B. Very good. ठीक है? Yes. Now moving on. ये देखिए मैप में आप Suez Canal. On this side here there is Port Said, and on this side there is Port Suez, Red Sea के side. Gulf of Suez. Fine. So we have to identify the personality from the description. He was one of the youngest member of Britain's Royal Society and the first Indian to be elected fellow of Trinity College, Cambridge University. One of the most treasured finding was his infinite series of pi. एक ही key information identify करना है, easily we can identify the person. So infinite series of pi was given by Ramanujan, Srinivasa Ramanujan. इसी से आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, right? So you may got this correct. 22nd of December we celebrate his birth anniversary. ठीक है, National Mathematics Day we celebrate. ठीक है, Srinivasa Ramanujan. Now, DART mission, Hayabusa 2, ADA, the space missions are related to. DART mission से आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. It was related to deflecting the earth-bound celestial objects, we can say, especially asteroids. So intercept and destroy earth-bound asteroids. D is the correct answer. All these three are the missions which are having this objective. ठीक है, तो इस missions के बारे में additional information हमने add किया हुआ है. Like ADA, Asteroid Impact Deflection Assessment. It is the collaboration of European Space Mission, German Aerospace Center. ये जो है इनका एक collaboration है. Hayabusa. Yes, it was launched in 2014 by, we can say that, Japanese Space Agency. Then DART was, let's say, double asteroid redirection test. It was successful test of NASA demonstrating this technology. Okay. Now what should be answer to this one? PFRDA, Provident Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. ठीक है, तो what is this? PFRDA, yes, it is statutory regulatory body. This was formed in 2014 under the provisions of Companies Act. ठीक है, Companies Act हम बोल सकते हैं, सॉरी, PFRDA Act 2014 में जो था पास किया हुआ, उससे बनी हुई है, एक स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है. हेडक्वार्टर नॉट इन बेंगलुरु, वी कैन से न्यू दिल्ली. Headquarter is in New Delhi and there are many regional offices. So this is incorrect. First one is correct. It comes under jurisdiction of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. This is incorrect. Regulatory bodies, most of these come under Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance. Okay, so this is incorrect. Only one statement is correct here. That is 1A. Right? Okay. So A is the correct answer. Very good. Moving on. PFRDA Act 2014. ठीक है. What should be answer to this? Project Prayas. Project Prayas has been launched by International Organization for Migration. This particular organization was set up in 1951, especially to facilitate the migration, international migration. We can say India is one of the member of this one. So in collaboration with Ministry of External Affairs, this particular organization has launched mission or project Prayas recently to facilitate the movement of, let's say, students and the migrant labor from India to other territories. ठीक है, तो ये जो प्रोग्राम है वो इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर माइग्रेशन, set up in 1951. At present it has 175 members including India. ठीक है, फुल फॉर्म क्या है इसका, प्रयास का, promoting regular assisted migration for youth and skilled professionals. ठीक है, youth and skilled professional. ठीक है, what should be answer to this one? Yes, in India accounting and auditing policies and standards for companies are recommended by Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Now this is tricky question. You may think that Audit and Accounting Department जो है वही standards देता है. This is not the expert body. We know that expert body is this one, National Financial Reporting Authority. This advises, we can say, or gives the policies and standards for companies. So this is incorrect statement. This National Financial Reporting Authority is also enforcing agency, we can say, for compliance with accounting standards. Okay, so this statement is also correct, we can say, and this particular body has been set up under Companies Act 2013. Provisions of Companies Act 2013. Remember this. Then second, Controller and Auditor General heads the Indian Audit and Accounts Department. This is correct, we can say. Two statements are correct here. B is the correct answer. Very good. 8th ka B hai. Very good. Now moving on. One more question from the auditing aspect. CAG के बारे में article 148, 49, 51, 50 and 51. 4 articles are there in the constitution. So this is the constitutional body having primary role in to audit and all the receipts and expenditure of government of India and state government. We can say this is correct. The reports of CAG are submitted only to the president. So we know that CAG also audits the state government's receipts. So for that it submits the report to the respective governor of that state. Governor, and then both president and governor shall table this in the respective legislature, parliament and the state legislature. So this is incorrect, only likha hai. Then CAG reports can be used by investigating agencies to investigate individuals who have violated the law while managing public finances. This is true. First one is correct. So again, two statements are correct here. Yes, very good. So you are getting this right. We can say Anand. So B is the correct answer. Now moving on to next, last question we can say. What should be answer to this one? प्रधानमंत्री अजय योजना. ठीक है, सो अनुसूचित जाति अभ्युदय योजना, अजय, many times it is in news recently. Yes, it is 100% centrally sponsored scheme, and Ministry of Rural Development is the nodal agency. Now one can easily identify that. No, rural development तो नहीं होगा, social justice we can say. Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana is merged into this scheme. This is true. Okay, Adarsh Gram Yojana has been merged, and now the component under this Ajay scheme is related to developing certain villages having the SC population as a majority population into Adarsh Gram, Adarsh villages, model villages we can say. ठीक है, तो इसमें दो स्टेटमेंट सही है, एक गलत है. Again, B is the correct answer here. ठीक है, B is the correct answer. All right, so these are the 10 MCQs for today. Any question related to this? Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment होगा इसका. ठीक है, any question? Okay, so all of you may be knowing about this, that we are starting PT 100 program and PT test series in an integrated manner in the next week, first week of January. From 3rd January, we are starting with the PT 100 topics program, where we have identified 100 topics from all the sections of prelims examination. These 100 topics are the topics from which UPSC is continuously asking the questions without any leap year. मतलब हर साल इस टॉपिक से क्वेश्चन आते ही आते हैं, और इन डेप्थ लेट्स से क्वेश्चंस आजकल यूपीएससी उन एरिया से पूछ रहा है. Okay, so we have identified them, and we are going to let's say have the classroom sessions by the expert faculties for these 100 topics. And we have integrated PT test series in a manner that, like, during the weekdays of that particular week, there will be PT 100 topic sessions, and in the end we are going to have on Saturday self-assessment test of 100 MCQs and the PT test on Sunday of 100 MCQs. तो आपका 200 MCQ का प्रैक्टिस उस टाइम पे होने वाला है उस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ सिलेबस. So initially there will be sectional test, in the end there will be the full length mock test, we can say, and we have added several CSAT test and current affairs based tests in that PT test series also. So go through the syllabus, the schedule and the plan of this 100 topics and PT test series at Lukmaan IAS website. If you find that this is aligned to your study plan, then I am sure that we are going to provide you quality and the relevant study material and the classroom teaching in these programs. Fine. Okay. Let us stop. Thank you.